Hey guys, this is Chris Boardwine from Davie County Diggers. Today on the channel we're going to clean up some Clad coins using a dual drum rock tumbler that I purchased from Harbor Freight a while back. It's a really simple process, there's not a lot to it. I'll go over the steps here real quick with you, show you how I clean up Clad coins. There's a lot of people that don't clean up their Clad, and that's fine, but if you're interested in learning how to do it and making them look nice, even maybe if you want to take them to the Coinstar machine to make sure that they're accepted, and this is a good way to get that done. I'll make a little disclaimer before we get started in the video. This is for Clad coins only. Obviously, if you're digging silver or old copper out of the ground, you're going to protect those and clean those coins a different way. That you're not going to put them in the rock tumbler. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you what I do. So as you can see, I got a pile of Clad coins here that I have found within the last year metal detecting. I think I've got about $10 worth of quarters here. You know, you can see where I've taken a dry brush to them just to, look at the date, see what I had. I think I've got a little more than $7 in dimes here and a few nickels. So this is your before shot. I promise you they're going to look nice here in just a little while. This is the rock tumbler machine that I talked about. I picked it up from Harbor Freight. They do have some that only have one drum, but I would recommend buying the one that has two. It's not that much more, and you can certainly put a lot more coins or whatever you're trying to clean up through it at one time. Okay, so now we've got all of our material in place and it's ready to do the first run. So that what we're going to do is we're going to take our Clad dimes, dump them in, our Clad quarters. And then I've got some just ordinary aquarium stones. Nothing special about them. I dump those in. Again, we're using no chemicals on the first run. It's just stones in the coin and just a little bit of dish detergent. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be special dish detergent, just anything you've got laying around. Don't put in too much, or as it starts to bubble up, it will try to put pressure inside of these containers and it'll try to have the seal get busted. So just a little bit. And then we're going to take this lukewarm water, fill it up about half. All we're doing on the first run is just trying to get a lot of that surface dirt knocked off of it. So once you get that done, make sure your seal is very tight. Worst thing in the world is to come back after 2 hours of tumbling and notice that you've got water all over your floor. Your wife will not be very happy with you. Once that goes on, put your metal cap. Please make sure it's seated tightly. Your washer. And finally your cap. So I'm going to repeat that process for the other one. Nothing hard about that. Just make sure you get this pretty snug on there. Again, you don't want that seal to get popped as you walk away from this machine and then you come back with a mess all over your floor. So one last thing I do before I get started is just kind of give them a quick shake. I'm going to get all those rocks and coins mixed in there together. Set the drums on the tumbler. And again, for this first run, we're just going to do it for 2 hours. Get it on there. Go ahead and hit the machine. It's not terribly loud. It may drive your wife, your husband crazy. But, it's not too awful bad. But I always put a towel down just in case there is a little leak. I don't have water pouring all over the place, but I'll come back a time or two after it gets started, maybe 15 minutes after it gets going, just to make sure that no water is dumping out of there. But right now everything looks good. We'll see you in 2 hours. Okay guys, well, the first two tumblers have been spinning for about 2 hours, and it's time to go ahead and show you how much of the surface dirt we got off of these coins. So as you can see, I'm getting ready to pour this in there. Kind of got a chocolate milk look going on. Pretty nasty. But again, this was just nothing but the stones, a little bit of dish detergent. But that's about it. Let me go ahead and rinse this out. Try to get as much that dirt. You can already tell these coins are looking remarkably cleaner than what they were before, and they're going to look even better when we get done. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this back in. All right, we'll do the same thing for the quarters. Unbelievable how much dirt came off just from 2 hours of being tossed around in there with these stones. So I see some of them look pretty good, some of them still got a ways to go. And again, we're not looking to make these coins look perfect or brand new. That's probably never really going to happen, but you know, we're looking to make sure that those get accepted to a Coinstar machine and just not look as grody as what they were before. Alright, so these stones can be reused multiple times. You don't have to dump out and get new stones every single time. And just like the first time, I'm going to go ahead and pour water in about halfway. Except for this time, we're going to put a little calcium lime rust CLR product in there. You don't need a whole lot, just a couple caps full. And I'm also going to put some OxyClean in there. And I've seen a couple different ways that guys do this on the internet, and I'm sure there's lots of different ways that work. This is just kind of my recipe, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Again, we're going to go ahead and recap the drums, making sure that we get them on nice and tight so that we don't make a mess in the floor. And we're going to go ahead and let these things roll for about 2 hours. We might let them go a little bit longer. A couple of those quarters were still looking a little nasty. So hopefully with the cleaning agent on there, it's going to get them where we need them to be. And so we'll go ahead and get started on that. And I'll be back in 2 hours and show you what I got. Okay guys, well, it's been slightly longer than 2 hours since we started running the tumbler on the second go around. It's probably been actually a little bit closer to about 4.5, 5 hours. So we're going to go ahead and give the old rock tumbler a break and go ahead and take the drums out and pour it out and see what we can come up with. Okay, so the first tumbler that we're going to open things are on there after they tumble for a while. I don't know which ones it is yet. Hey, that's nasty. Looks like these are the quarters. It's just amazing how much dirt, grime, and nastiness keep coming off these things, even after you tumble them the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and set these over here, and then I will give you a detailed look at them on the wrap-up. So for the time being, we're just going to set them over here. Now we'll get the nickels out, and then the nickels and the Clad dimes. think I got them all. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off. I'll turn the camera off, and then here in just a minute, I'll display them back on a before and after in the wrap-up. So stay with me. Okay guys, we're back and we got all the coins laid out. Hopefully a little bit similar to what we had them before earlier today. I apologize for the lighting. There's some lights built into the ceiling above us. I can't do much about that, but yeah, you can tell these coins are a lot cleaner than what they were this morning when we went ahead and put them in the rock tumbler. Check this out. So you can kind of see, if I can get this into the picture, we've got a 1990 coin here. It's not scratched up, but there's kind of a haziness to it. It's a lot cleaner, but you know, for the last 6 or 7 hours, it's had riverstone sliding against it. So, you know, guys, if you want your coins to look pretty and displayable, don't use this technique. This is for trying to get coins to where you can get them through the Coinstar to put money in your pocket so that you can buy more metal detecting gear or whatever it is that you want to purchase. But this is not about making coins showcase ready. You can tell from the pennies, you know, some of them, this guy right here, you know, he's just never going to come clean. It's just, you could work and work and work forever, and it's just not going to happen. That's not what the intention of the rock tumblers for. We're just trying to get all the nastiness off of it so that they'll go through the coin chute. The nickels actually came out pretty nice. A lot of them were looking really cruddy and turned out looking pretty good. So if you're looking for a way to get your coins cleaned with minimal work, where you're not toothpicking and you're not leaving them in solutions for long periods of time, and you're just dumping them in a rock tumbler and walking away for a few hours, then this might be your way. And I'll reiterate this one more time. With pennies, you do not want to mix your pennies together with your silver clad, and you don't want to mix your zinc pennies with your copper pennies. And I would probably even recommend that you don't rock tumble zinc pennies at all due to how fragile they are. So obviously any penny made 1982 or before is going to be copper, and any penny made 1983 or later is going to be 97.5% zinc plated with or zinc with a copper plating on it. So don't tumble those zinc coins. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Coins didn't come out perfect, but they came out pretty good. They came out a whole lot better than what they looked at before. And I'll do a little wrap up side by side or something like that so you can see what they look like before. But overall, I'm pretty pleased. Again, this is Chris Bordwine with Davie County Diggers. Thanks for watching the video. If you learned something, if you liked it, how about do me a favor? Hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell the people you don't like. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.